called me the other day, claiming she was, like, literally having a panic attack right now because I was promoting the flat earth theory. My sister is, and I will plainly say this, academic genius, child prodigy, science wizard. She's just 20, she goes to UC Berkeley, and she works in a laboratory in San Francisco that's trying to find the cure to f***ing Alzheimer's disease. Me next to her is pretty much the equivalent of Karen and Dot Goddard from Mad TV.
Karen is the first child in space traveling in a shuttle that she helped NASA design. Child prodigies, they touch our hearts and they inspire us all. And their siblings, however, do not. Dot, do you ever wish you were Karen?
Oh, I wish I had on my daisy tights. I buried them in the backyard so they would grow, and now I can't find them.
This is her. Science is trying to understand the world as it is, and us being humans are limited by our own perception. We make mistakes all the time, but the whole point of science is that objective. There's one thing in this world that we can't accept as truth or reality. It's what we perceive to experience. She has a good point. I can't deny what she said. I literally agreed with it in my last video.
Observation out the window.
So my sister wasn't the only one who was concerned, and I'm lucky to be blessed with friends and family who are both intelligent and patient.
I hate you.
One of my friends called me and explained to me in simple terms how the circumference of the Earth was calculated long before space travel. And I explained in simple terms that no matter what you say, a flat earther is going to have some kind of explanation as to how that would work on the flat earth. It's part of the reason the theory is problematic. Last Thursdayism is the belief that everything was created last Thursday, and that too can't be debunked. Every argument on behalf of the past existence is, well, that was also created last Thursday. Well, I'm not about to get sciencey here. Not my department, nope. The psychology of swallowing the flat earth theory is the thing that has fascinated me since I was introduced to it. What's happening to me is every time I hear something about the flat earth, I go, oh my god, the earth is flat. Then someone shows me something about the globe earth and I go, maybe I was being a little overzealous there. And it bounces back and forth like some insane ping pong game of information. This is why I refuse to take a side, because it would actually make me go crazy. So what do I believe? Do I believe that it is entirely possible that the government could be lying to us for their own benefit? Yes. Do I believe that NASA is doing a real job if they can't provide unedited footage that would shut down flat earthers? Yes. Do I believe the common man is a slave to the system? Yes. Do I believe indoctrination is real? Yes. Do I believe the earth is flat? No. Do I believe the earth is round? No. Do I believe that we are wasting time talking about it excessively? Yeah, we might be. See, regardless of the shape of the earth, and flat earthers will agree with me on this, we are getting screwed by our leaders. Public education sucks. The way we protect our environment sucks. Overall morale of humanity sucks. I could provide you with a detailed list of all the in the world that sucks, but you can't upload a video that's more than 6 years. I mean, come on, flat earthers, you're not Morpheus. You don't have any red pills to give people. If you believe the government can pull off having the entire population believe that we are on a spinning ball, how is sharing memes going to change that way of thinking? You think that's gonna lift the stigma off of conspiracy theorists? We have internet and social media, which are amazing tools for us to band together and talk about the shape of the earth. We should be using these tools to talk about how important it is to exit the system and become self-sustainable, self-governing, because that's entirely possible. And no one wants to do it because it's a massive sacrifice. So instead, we continue yabbing on Facebook about shit that I am so sorry isn't gonna make a difference. You guys see 9/11. Like, comparing the evidence that the earth is flat, the evidence that 9/11 was an inside job, is like finding Bigfoot versus finding Waldo. He's on the page. And at the end of the day, people are just not gonna buy it because they don't want to feel scared. And swallowing the flat earth theory is scary as One tab of flat earth theory is gonna send you on 2 trips. The first is a mind trick. The whole world you've been living in is a lie. For a girl that's been scribing poems about how the moon is a lamp in the sky put there by the government since I was in middle school, that wasn't all too overwhelming. But the second, and you should pay attention to this, is the ego trip. Once you assume that every person around you is being used like a pawn in some giant game of chess, and you're one of the only people that's aware that you're on the chessboard, something in your brain ticks. Now, the very basis of flat earthism is that we are special and not a speck of dust on this infinitely expanding universe. But when you see everyone as a slave that's been fooled by a power so strong that it can manipulate the way you see your own reality, your brain starts to go, maybe I'm Neo. So I've observed this in 2 instances, one in others and the other in myself, briefly. Before I grounded myself back to earth, flat around, and realized you can't do that. I'm still a slave, just like the rest. And you can see it too if you go into any flat earth group and you challenge their posts. At best, you can be given an explanation as to how the flat earth theory takes your observation into consideration. But most of the people there are so thick into their belief that they usually only care to comment on how you've been brainwashed, and you will only learn if you forget everything you know and you take the flat earth theory as truth. Just pretty much allowing yourself to be brainwashed all over again, right? Flat earthers have even come up with terms for people who don't believe the earth is flat. Globe heads. That's fun if you want to isolate yourself from the rest of society instead of doing what you came there to do in the first place, to have constructive conversations. At the same time, are these conversations really constructive? Is proving that the earth's flat gonna make NASA melt like the Wicked Witch of the West?
You cursed brat! Look what you've done! I'm melting! Melting! Oh, what a world! What a world!
Part of me thinks that the government or NASA or whatever they conspiracy theorists use when they're referring to the f***ers that set this lie up, they are the ones who ignited the flat earth movement. Take incredibly smart, impassioned people who are more likely to question the system and more ready to do research and isolate them.
Goodbye, Gunter. Sorry, sweetie, but I'm never gonna get any princesses if you're stanking up the place.
I'm sorry, Flat Earth. I do a lot of bashing here. And it seems like you get bashed on enough as it is, so sorry. But it's about time we take our heads out of our and put them together and actually make a difference. So you may have been wondering why I'm sitting on the toilet. It's yet another metaphor for how I swallowed the flat earth. I did my research, I joined the forums, I participated in the discussion, I digested it, and now, right here, right in front of you, it out. Proving the shape of the earth doesn't matter. What matters is that we've been enslaved. So stop describing your cage and break out of it.